What's up, y'all? Leon Grimlock, PRDX. What's going on? Let's get rid of this thing. Yeah, let's hop on in. I got me a Squire. I've been power leveling here. You see level 44. I want to play him today as it just seems like a beast. People do like it, PRDX. I mean, there's way more people that like it than there's people that dislike it. It's a great franchise. It's just a really small franchise. Or it's a small genre, I should say. You know, there's just not enough action defense fans in the world. Anyway, let's do it. Let's see. I went on and did one quick farm run to get some gear. I'll start off. I know... So let's just sort by item power. But I know I'm going to need a kitty cat. So let's start off with a cat. What do we have? Well, that one's got 3 boost on it. I guess we'll take it. And then what kind of gear I use doesn't matter as long as they match. So basically I'm looking for... What I don't care about is the casting rate. What's going on there? Food sauce on board. Night Pulse. I don't really care about the casting rate. I want to have vitality, attack, skill, and boost ideally, and agility for the movement speed. Looks like everything has got cast on it, huh? Basically, I want to be able to use the abilities. Yeah, the robot hits like a truck, but I'm focusing 100% on the Squire this time. Or I mean, just on his individual abilities. Now that... Okay, so that makes a decider for me. I picked one piece, so I know I want to go with chain. So now we can just filter out everything but chain. And see what the best... What's the best head? That one's pretty dang good. Let's take that. Then we need gloves and a chest. That one's got skill on it. Vitality, agility. I mean, it's not terrible. I just don't want to miss... I mean, I can spec into the attack. That one's actually dang near perfect. Doesn't have boost, but I will take it. See, this one's got vitality, attack, skill, and boost. So there we go. There's my set. Now, where does that put our skills at? Nothing is exceptionally high here, of course. So for our stats, we got 168 stats points to spend. What's his health at right now? 1700. I like action defense games. They're TC. That's about sums it up. If there was more action defense games out there, I'd be playing those too, but sadly there's just not very many. Not very many good ones anyway. There's a bunch of up-and-comers, but I just question, you know, the teams are like, we all talk about how small, chromatic, and trendy was. Well, there's teams out there like a quarter of that size making some action defense games that are upcoming, so it just makes me wonder, you know, I mean, how good are those games going to be? It's all good, Grimlock. Enjoy your dinner. We don't have a date yet. It'll be in 2020. Probably like around the second quarter of 2020 would be my guess, PRDX. Alright, now let's look at those stats again. See, we don't have much in anything. Looks like our best hero-based stat is attack, which I'm good with that. But I feel like I could use a little bit more vitality. So let's put a little bit more health in. In fact, let's see what 1 point gives us. See, we're at 1763 now. So 1 point takes us up to 1788. So we gained, what, 25 health per point. So that's pretty decent, really. Let's see. Let's put a few points in here. I want to get. I wanted to get close to 4,000, but 3,800 is not terrible. Let's see. I feel like everything else should just go into attack. I mean, luckily we can reset for free, so I can change this. One of the things that made me want to play around with the Squire today is I was messing around on my Builder Squire. And if I pop his number 2 boost ability and then use the number 1, it's an AoE spin for over 10k in Builder gear. So I'm wondering exactly what... Now, I did have the rock on this guy, so my stats are inflated. My hero-related stats from carrying the rock. But I'm just wondering with a proper setup what this guy is capable of, you know? So I'm excited to see here. Well, I want to do a public match with you all today, so I'm gonna leave it up to you all's choice. Any of the 4 survival maps, I'll let you all pick which one you want to do. And we'll go with that. But I do want to play around on this DPS Squire today. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yankee Islander, what up? So what map do you all want to do? Anybody that's playing right now? I'm good with any of the 4, so y'all pick the map, and I'll pop in and get it started. How's that? I wonder if there's any actual maps running. Let me look. I don't care which one. I'm not worried about how fast it is on board. I'm good with anything. I don't know, PRDX. Maybe at some point, you know. There's Sneck right there. He's doing Ancient Mines insane. He's on campaign, though. No survival maps going at the moment. It'll be easy to find. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how successful the initial launch of the game is, to be honest, PRDX. If the game is loved and people jump on it like they did with DD1, then I'm sure we'll get lots of new heroes and stuff added on, but it all depends on the success of the game, you know? Hey, you're depressed because there's more than 2 months left? Yeah. I mean, that's why I've been so stubborn about enjoying the beta. I really wanted to start my Season 19 in Diablo 3 today, and I'm too dang stubborn to. I just want to get all the beta time in that I can, knowing that it's going to be over soon. Well, the EV from DD1, I think, will be there. The EV2, I mean, it's the same hero, but it's different abilities. It'll be I actually want it to be the EV from DD1 more than the EV2, to be honest. Well, there's only 4 maps, TC, so it's not really... I mean, at this point, none of them are overly difficult. The hardest is Alchemical Labs for sure, but like I said, nobody's given me any suggestions, so I'm just going to queue up a rock run or something if nobody wants to do anything. Yeah, I'll be playing, well, not just DD2, I'll be playing other stuff. But yeah, I'll be playing some DD2 again after the beta. Labs or Well? Well, Deeper Well is a lag fest at the end of it, sadly. Alright, well, I'll go Labs then. See how far we can make it in a public group. I don't think we'll be able to finish it in a pub, but we will see. It is going. That's the main problem. To me, that's the main problem with Deeper Well, is the map just runs terribly at the end. That's the wrong Squire. That is not the Squire I want to build that wall with. What's going on there, Jeff? How you doing? Let's see, let's go up further this time. $150 left. That's going to be a little bit rough on those side lanes, especially until we get the Aura upgraded. But I think we can make it work. So, let's see, let's just throw a lightning over here. And one over here just to get us started. Second quarter, I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing second quarter of 2020 there, Ryan. What's going on, Never? I'm doing good. Well, I mean, it's worlds better than Unreal 3. That's what we're stuck with in DD2. Sadly. Let's see. I gotta turn the numbers back on and see how hard I hit for on my normal swings. 3,300. Seems like I was hitting almost that hard on my other Squire. But he's got the rock, is why the stats are all inflated. I mean, it's just slicing through everything. You know what? I'm tempted to do this a little differently this time. Decisions. I'm half tempted to just give each side its own aura. But that's going to take away from the flame bursts quite a bit. But let's do it. Let's give each side, just give it its own aura. This will make the coverage so much greater. Oof. Wish I could scroll up a little bit more. Something like that will be fine. And then let's just go dead center of the little circle thing over here too. Well, I mean, there's quite a few bugs. It's early beta. I mean, it's the only beta we're gonna get. But it's buggy. As expected, you know? Basically what beta means. Beta means buggy. Now, depending on the state of it, a lot of betas aren't actually betas. They're more like early access. And then those are pretty feature complete, but there's still always going to be bugs. Alright, now do we want to go in rages? Part of me thinks it's the smartest move. Let's just do it. Let's go with a little baby enrage right there. I don't know. I didn't count, Christian. I don't know how many. I mean, there's bugs. I think that's... Like I said, it's kind of to be expected. Wow, this is eating up all the DU to do this. Holy crap. What does that leave? Dang, that only leaves 13. Nobody wanted me to build this, so... Y'all done went and G'd on me. You won't G when I want you to, but you G when I'm not ready. See, it leaves, what, 13? It doesn't leave much mana for anything, to be honest. I mean, it almost takes my apprentice completely out of the picture. What do we want to do to deal with that? Well, we need to get some power in here. We don't have any power right now. See, now if I went... Yeah, that's not going to work. How much is a lightning? That one's 7. Tell you what I can do. Now this is really sketchy. Our chances of completing this are very slim. Just getting it out there up front. We'll go with a lightning tower there just for fun factor. And then that leaves us 6. So we're going to have to rely on explosives. Let's see. It's so tough. It's such a tough call on those. You know what? I'm just going to do the right thing and get rid of these. These enrage R's at the side are just... It's not going to give us as much benefit as a flame burst would. So let's just get flame burst down. That's the right thing to do. Let's see, sell that. And then now we've got 6 left. We can go to explosives at the wall. And I think that might do okay. I mean, we'll have to see here. So let's get explosive trap. And explosive trap. And now I think, well, I mean, it's not going to be good, but I think it will be workable. Alright, let me get caught back up here. See, wondering where I can find marks at. Yeah, marks aren't a thing anymore. Well, I want to try different stuff is the thing. I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, it's pretty much... I'm anxious to see how much my little spin move does when I got the number 2 going with it. But I think we're going to have to wait for some healthier mobs for that. Go back to the other view mode here now. That lightning tower is such a disappointment. 200 is all it hits for, with all the points in. That is not the lightning tower from DD1 at all. It's actually kind of a poor rendition of it, feels like. Maybe it's because I'm just used to nightmare geared lightning towers. I mean, maybe that one's going to be way better once we get higher quality gear. There's nothing wrong with that, so yeah. I mean, I think everyone here could agree that at some point... Now, I've got all the blind faith in Dungeon Defenders products because I just love the franchise so much. But, I mean, I don't think there's anyone out there that would say they've never been burned by a pre-order. You know? I'm sure at some point... just about all of us have pre-ordered a game that we later wish we wouldn't have. You know? Now, I don't think I'm more optimistic about Dungeon Defenders Awakened than that. But I do know that we've definitely all been there. Alright, see if we can't get some mobs here that I can actually see the number 2 going on them. Yeah, I don't know. That lightning tower just seems... It seems like it should at least be hitting as hard as electric aura, you know? Alright, let's check it out. Here's the number 2. Here's the number 1, 27k. Oh, man. And that's still just with this starter set of gear I threw together. I mean, could you imagine a monk boost on top of it? It's gonna be beast. I'm certain that the EV will make it into DDA. This Leo. There's no way they're gonna leave that character out. It's a kind of an iconic character in Dungeon Defenders in both DD1 and DD2. I mean, the EV is just, it's a great hero. I don't think there's any possible way they could leave that out. I think that fans will revolt. And I'll be revolting with them because I want the EV. Hopefully we're able to wreck this. We're going to have to see how it goes. Almost feels like there'd be more bang for the buck if there was something different, but I can't put 2 of anything up here other than magic missiles for the cost of that. And magic missiles just suck. It's single target and it just doesn't hit very hard. You know? Nice being able to run full speed though. That's a plus. God, man, that just wrecks it when you have your number 2 up as well. Oof. What's going on there, Proud Hero? Well, I mean, saying it would be better than original after looking at a very limited beta with so many of the game's systems not in the game, plus only having 4 maps. I mean, that just wouldn't be... You just can't compare that. I mean, that'd be like taking a deck of cards that you bought at the store and grabbing a deck of cards halfway off of a production line when none of the cards are there yet. Or not all the cards are there yet. And saying which deck is better. Well, of course the deck that's got all the cards in it's better, you know? But that's just not a fair comparison. I thought that 2K was you on board. If it's hitting for 2K, then I'm not as bummed about it. But it doesn't, so I'm not seeing no 2Ks. Alright, there's a 2K, but that was on board. Or that was somebody else, I think. It's hard to tell. I mean, 2K, I'd be good with that. Because we're on wave 6, TC. It's like DD1 survival mode. The matches start off very, very early, and they slowly get harder and harder. We won't get challenged for an hour. We'll be like 10 waves from now before we get challenged. I mean, it's just the meat grinder. I mean, that's why in like DD1 you're able to skip all of these waves. Well, that feature is another feature that's not in yet. So, you know, you can't skip all of these fodder waves, but there's nothing that's going to challenge us at this point. I mean, I could literally not have anything but the auras down, and it would still be fine. I don't remember off the top of my head, Sleo. Destructive Pylon was the first one. You'd have to look at the videos. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I don't remember. It's been too long since we started messing with that stuff. DDA doesn't have it either. I'm hoping they add it in though. In DD1, it was added in by the community development team. So, I mean, it was never an official addition to any Dungeon Defenders game. I don't know, like this lightning tower just doesn't feel like it's doing very much of anything. I see these little 281s ticking off back here. But, I mean, visually, obviously, it's kind of a bummer. Well, I mean, if they're in the spawn protection still. Still debating on what to do there with it, TC. Still unsure what to do. It definitely feels like kind of a waste, though. I mean, I almost think just having a DST back here for the ogre waves would be better. I could put one DST in the middle to cover both of the walls for the ogres. The enemies would just come out, right? Oh, it's definitely not a lightning tower from DD1, that's for sure. I mean, that one's got some work to do. It's just, it's not targeting proper. The damage on it seems way too low. Where the hell is every... Here they come. I mean, why was it not even hitting those yet? Unless it wasn't in the range yet. We're gonna have to wait till the next wave and see. Just don't put any more mana into it. So we're gonna end up selling it probably. I've seen numbers, but it just looks to me like the numbers are like a couple hundred. Just don't DPS up this side, and just that way we can see the numbers without having heroes in the mix. Definitely some kind of a G up bug here too. Either that or somebody's refusing to hit G. Oh, I think that'd be cool. I don't think that will happen though, since it's not been in any other Dungeon Defenders game. I do think it would be cool though. I've definitely liked tower defense games that have had those type of features before. Alright, let's see here. 281, yeah, it's just what it's hitting for. It's just nothing. Cost, you know, more than a lightning aura, and just doesn't do dick. I'm getting rid of that bad boy. That's just a waste. So that frees up 7. I'll have to look and see what we can do for 7. I mean, I could go to thunder spikes on the ogre walls, which that would help out quite a bit. Or I could try to go with something else. Yeah, I mean, the Squire is mean. There's no doubt there. I'm not seeing that, TC. I mean, I'd be more than happy if that was a thing, but that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing more than 2 people having the ready flag over their head. Anyway. Tank them in the auras, y'all. Get some work out of the defenses. Yeah, that spin mood hits like a truck. I don't know, John, but I would love to see some of them return. I mean, I'm a big Aquanos fan myself. I would love to see Aquanos and the Kraken. But I think it all depends on the initial success. Is there any games I can recommend? If you want to stick with a tower defense type game like this, or a action defense game like this, the Orcs Must Die games and the Sanctum games are both good. Ramparts. Ramparts doesn't have 3 crystals, does it? I'm trying to think. Where's the 3rd crystal? Unless I'm just missing something. Warframe's a great game for sure. Right now, DDA is $40. I don't ever do Ramparts. Oh yeah, it's got the 2 in the 1 quarter, and then in DD2 it's only the 1. I don't think that really counts though. They're right next to each other. I mean, in difficulty wise, it certainly doesn't count as having 3 crystals. The 2 right next to each other are basically 1. They're just 2 right next to each other. Alright, what do we want to do? I can't go with a DST. Not enough DU for it. That's unfortunate. So, I think we will just go with the Thunder Spikes for the Ogres. Seems to make the most sense. There we go. Get an upgrade on each of these too. They're both once already. Get these flame bursts going here. Yeah, there's some new abilities. There's no new defenses. Well, I mean, there's slightly changed defenses, I guess. Instead of the ethereal spike trap, we got the thunder spike trap. It's basically the same trap, but they called it a different name, and the graphic on it going off is a little different. It's a bolt of lightning coming down from the sky now. Besides that, there's really no difference between that and ethereal. Yeah, but it's still the same tower. It's just, it's reacting differently, but it's still It's not a new defense. I mean, everything is different if you look at it that way. The only thing that's the same is the electric aura. But yeah, same defenses. So the ethereal spike trap's the only one that, or the thunder spike trap is the only one I can think of that's actually a new defense. And rage is exactly the same. It's just in DDA it works, and in DD1 it doesn't. It's the exact same thing, though. If you read the descriptions, they're supposed to be doing the same thing. Nah, that's just like DD1 in that regard there, man. Doesn't matter what set you use, as long as it's a set. You know, you're still going to get the bonus. What's going on, Theta? Yeah, the bouncer blockade is missing a little bounce. There's no doubt. Now, I don't know if stats will fix that. They mentioned in one of the patches how the range and rate should be applying, but do we have enough range and rate to make a difference? You know, it definitely seems like it's a little light on the bounce, and that's unfortunate because bouncer blockades are pretty awesome. I like the slice and dice too, to be honest. I didn't use the slice and dice much in DD1, but I used it a ton in in Eternity. Squire's just a tanky boy. Slice and dice is awesome for wyverns. I've never tried it with wyverns. I'll have to try that out. Uh-oh. What we got going here? Something snuck through somewhere? It had to be from a mage, right? Skelly spawned up here? Or was that just some incidental damage? It didn't look like it hit it very hard. Yeah, see, there's 3 people that have readied up right now. So that it's not auto-starting if 2 people ready up. There's 3 of us that are readied right now. I hope so, Skittle. I mean, we don't know what they're going to add in. The base game's not even here yet. So, I mean, it won't be there at launch. That's for certain. But, I mean, what they do for DLC, we have no clue. We won't have any idea on that until next summer, I would guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping they pump stuff out quick for it. You know? But we'll have to see. I mean, they said they want the DLCs to be more substantial, which means they're not going to want to put a DLC out every month, you know? He does hit pretty hard. Buff Beam is incredible in DD1, no doubt. I'm hoping it returns in DD1 flavor and not DD2 flavor, because the Buff Beam in DD2 is a complete POS. See, I'm hopeful. I am indeed hopeful. Man, my connection is pooing on me again today. I'm gonna turn the numbers off. I wondered if it has something to do with me hosting. I didn't think about that. Because all of the little connection tests I've been doing in offline, or I've been doing in solo groups. It's just showing the health go down. It was alright. Dang, man, the knockback on these things is absurd. Wow. Nah. Take that, pack of bads. Squire's definitely a beefy boy here, there's no doubt. Dude doesn't take much damage. Even when he's not blocking, I'm not taking a ton of damage. Well, it's not your birthday yet, Broken? It's not even December yet. But happy birthday anyway. Hey, what's up, Luis? My birthday is in May. Can I get a happy birthday? They're broken. I'm just messing with you. I hope it's good too. Hell, maybe we'll have a DDA DLC by then. Wouldn't that be awesome? That'd be cool as hell. The Squire is a meaty one. That's for damn sure, man. You can chunk through some bads here. Hoping DDA will be out before yours. That's fair. What you doing, Ogre? Don't be ignoring me. The knockback from some of these mobs is a little over the top. Ooh, your birthday might be a little too early there, Dizzy. Figure if we get it in February, we're not getting it to the end of February. That's for sure. Yeah, I think it's the orc knockback. The orc punches you, you go flying, man. '24th, yeah. You got a pretty decent chance then. No forgiveness from the kobolds, man, huh? Squire's definitely a beastie boy here. He's just a little tank. Wow. Knocked all the way into the wall. You got nothing, kobolds? There's nothing wrong with that. You should play whatever you want to play, Broken. You know, don't feel like you have to play it. I mean, you're not missing out on anything. Anybody that either doesn't get a chance to play the beta or just doesn't feel like playing the beta, it's 4 maps. It's very limited. So, I mean, it's not like you're missing out on a ton, you know? Everything is going to get wiped. So, you're not earning anything. You're playing it 100% just to check it out and give chromatic feedback. You know, you're definitely don't feel bad if you're not playing it. I mean, I almost debated on not playing it today. I'm still itching to play the Stardew Valley 1.4 update, which I have yet to jump in and check out. Yeah, 10 away from another upgrade. I'll just wait it out. Onboard, give me the change. What do we want to do? Do we want to do this? Let's do the explosive. I played Dark Souls 1 and 2. I haven't played 3. DDA, they're hoping to be cross-platform, but it won't be at launch. It'll be cross-save, but cross-platform won't come till later, if they're able to get it in. What's going on there, Sincero? How you doing? Should have stacked up a little bit more health on him, huh? Wreck the kobolds before they wreck you. I'm kind of neutral on Dark Souls, to be honest with you. I didn't think they were spectacular games, but I didn't dislike them. I mean, I liked 1 enough where I played 2, you know. But when Dark Souls 3 came, I don't even know what I was playing. It was probably on some DD2 binge, I would guess. But it's not, yeah, I mean, I didn't dislike the games. It just wasn't, to me, they were nothing super special. Oh, well, I mean, I don't have Dark Souls 3. I don't plan on spending any money on it broken. I mean, maybe if it's, like, super dirt cheap during the holiday sale on Steam, but, I mean, I've got a long list of things to play now that I already have. Nothing beats Fable games. Well, I mean, I like the new engine and the quality of the graphics in the world. The game runs way better than DD2 does. Well, I mean, the problem there, Broken, is if you gifted it to me, it would go to the end of the list of a long list of games that I have waiting to play. So, I mean, I appreciate the thought and all, but, you know, I'm not going to be able to make time just to instantly start streaming it when I've got so many other things that I've left undone, you know? I really like just about everything I see about the game, to be honest, Johnny. The things I don't like, I don't like the mana balance. I don't think they give us enough mana. I'm not a big fan of the character models. I like the DD2 character models better. The maps look absolutely fantastic. The game runs night and day better than DD2. And it's got the loot feel from DD1. Now, it's not the same loot system as DD1, but the difference between DD1 and DD2 is, as far as loot goes, is DD1, there's special loot. You could get that special item on your very next run, no matter what. You could get the one you want, the Ultimate Plus Plus Dice Pet, or whatever it is that you're looking for. You could get that theoretically in one run. It's true RNG dependent, but it gives you that feel of, okay, let me do just one more. I didn't get it this run, I'll get it next run, you know? You get that hope going. Where DD2 is just straight up grinding a number on a screen. So there's nothing special that you gain. Like, you set a goal, okay, I want to get to this floor, or I want to do 20 AP resets, or, you know, whatever goal you set to yourself, and then you grind that number on the screen, and that's literally it. And that takes away quite a bit from the game, in my opinion, because you don't have any special loot to get, you know? And I mean, who doesn't like the shinies? Who doesn't like getting that super hot item, you know? I mean, we all want it. It doesn't exist in DD2, though. And that's what sucks. But, so I like that they brought that general feel back. 45k with boost, I'm not complaining. I'll take it. It's not near as hard as the Huntress's or the Apprentice's Big Boom Boom, but I'll take it. I ain't complaining on board. 45k works for me. So I mean, I like the direction it seems like DDA is going in. I think if you can mix current, you know, the graphics capabilities of 2019 with some quality of life from Dungeon Defenders 2 and a loot and progression system like DD1. I played Brawlhalla for a minute when it first came out. It was fun, but it was just fun for a minute, you know. Well, that's a feeling that continues on. Mr. Bails it in. I mean, it's DD1's been out for how long, and there's still pets that I'm looking for, because I don't have a good enough version of. Now, I don't play it as often anymore, but there's still plenty of things for me to log into DD1 and do right now, today, you know? There's literally no goal in DD2 for me at the moment. When I log in and play, it's just, you know, eventually I probably want to get to floor 500, but I just don't even care because there's no reason to do it other than just saying I want to get to floor 500. You know, it does. DD2 is missing the special loot, and DDA has that, is basically what I was getting at. The rock pet. The rock pet is the big shiny from the beta. You get the rock pet, you got the jackpot, you get a good one, your game completely changes as your builders are now beast mode. So that is the special shiny loot from the beta. And it's got special shiny loot. And that's what I'm excited about. You know? Let's bring you over here. Come on over here, homie. Yeah. Right here. Come on up. Come on, you can get your big old butt through the corridor here. Come on now. On board wants to tank him outside of the trap. Well, see, the thing is even if you could, Broken, there's no reward for doing so. You don't get anything. You're going to get the same loot at floor 200 as you got at floor 32. You're going to get the same loot at floor 800 as you got at floor 32. You're going to get the same loot at floor 900 as you got at floor 32. There's no reason to push further unless you're motivated by grinding the number on the screen. And that's what it comes all back down to. That's hard to say, Tiny. I mean, which game to pre-order? I mean, are you really getting anything that you need in the game out of the higher up one, or is it vanity stuff? In most cases, it's probably going to be vanity stuff, you know? Oh, you were trying to boost me? I wasn't going to spin him. I wanted to get him on the spike trap. I'm playing the tower defense game there on board. I'm not playing the... I mean, I'm DPSing on the Squire, but... You know, I'm not trying to kill everything on the Squire. It's way quicker to use your defenses. So that's what I'm always going to do. This is a damaged Squire here. But he's a real Lobby one without fine-tuned gear. I just threw the set of gear right before I jumped in the map. But why do you want the high level, Broken, is what you have to ask yourself. Because there's just no difference. You're not actually gaining anything. Is what I'm saying. But yeah, the game runs like a dumpster on consoles. I mean, that's all real common knowledge too. It's actually why I stopped playing on the PS4. And that was years ago. And like now it's in worse shape than it was then. Before it was more buggy. Now it just won't run. I mean, that's a problem. But that's a problem that's not going to get fixed. So, you know, you have to think about that too. What's there is done. You know? I mean, there will be updates, and there will be bug fixes, and there will be, you know, probably new cosmetics. You know, there will be lots of new things still for DD2. None of them will be a complete remake of the game into a modern game engine. None of the updates will be that. So, I mean, that's just how the game is going to run on PlayStation. That's how the game is going to run on Xbox. That's just how it's going to go, you know? God, it is nice just taking out that entire pack of archers like that with one spin. That is good stuff. Squire is a little beast. Now I'm curious too if, like, is the damage being calculated based off of your weapon value? Like, should it be using a different weapon for the spin move? I'll have to play around with that and try it out. Shame we can't get this stuff upgraded more, but it's just not really possible in a public, sadly. People will always play DD2 because it's a free-to-play game. You know, someone who wants to play a game for free, they're always going to be there playing DD2. You know? The player base has actually improved substantially because of, well, I don't know if it's because of the beta, but I would assume it's because of the beta. The beta brought excitement for the entire Dungeon Defenders franchise, so DD1 and DD2 have actually both gotten a nice spike in players since the beta started, which is awesome, you know? Level 100 is the cap. Thanks for subscribing there, Neo. Appreciate it. Yeah, I saw you type it, Broken. I mean, whatever motivates you, you know? Like I said, it's just not a measure of anything is the problem. What onslaught floor you made it to, how many AP resets you've done, what your ascension is a measure of how much time you've played the game. It's not a measure of skill level or anything along those lines. But, I mean, whatever motivates you to play, motivates you to play. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're getting motivated to play, for some reason, you know? That one can't go up again yet, right? No. That one is at 700 as well. I think they're all at 700 now. Yeah. Wedding, get good. They're broken. Don't lose. And then it won't be a problem. I lose in fighting games all the time. As long as you're having fun, you know, that's what matters. You just gotta get good. Come on down, Mr. Ogre. He's in there close enough, I guess. You can become a member from, there should be a little button. Johnny, directly under the chat, there should be a little button with a little $sign on it. And that's the how to become a member button. Should be. Or there should be a link in the description. If not, you can always scroll down. They're pushing through now. The little orky orcs. Well, I don't know what diamond is broken. I don't know what you're talking about, so... If you want to do it, I'm sure you can do it, though. What's the old saying Mom used to tell you? You can do anything you put your mind to. And here I thought I was going to be an astronaut. Damn it. Just joking. I mean, as far as getting into a game, though, and hitting a certain milestone, you can... There's any milestone you can hit in the game as long as you want to put the time in to make it happen, you know? I wanted to be James Bond and an astronaut and a fireman. And I didn't become none of those things, Mom. What the heck? A cactus? What's going on, man? Long time no see. You get coal from the Winter Wonderland map or the new Wintermire map will give coal as well. Man, you don't want to know. I had a little inventory derp back a few weeks ago in DD1. You do not even want to know how much coal I accidentally got rid of and dumped. Ended up selling all on massive, multiple pages of coal. Ugh. DD1's got people playing it for sure, Johnny. There's no doubt about that. See, we can get one of the two front auras upped. Actually, I might be able to get both of them upped before long here. Can I get 700 out of this? No, it doesn't look like it. To be honest with you, if you just go and look at the active matches, so many people in DD2 play solo versus DD1. There will almost always be more public matches available in DD1 than there will ever be in DD2. Even though there's 2 times, sometimes 3 times as many players online in DD2, there's just not as many public matches going. Well, it's the game that Chromatic turned it into, you know? They turned it into a single player game. Basically. Inadvertently. I know that wasn't their intention to, but that's what happened. From how they designed the gating and just how they designed everything in the game. You can make a diamond pet out of it, Grimlot, which back in the day that was considered a super hot item. Now it's more of a vanity item than anything else. Because there's just better stuffs out there. Lost an aura. What aura did we lose? Strength drain. That's unfortunate. Alright. Sure will live. We gotta keep an eye on that. Where is it even at? Why is it not showing? It's there. I see the aura is there, but where's the little label at? Alright. And now it's back. Perfect. No, nothing from beta will be saved, Tony. It's all wiped after. I mean, I'm glad, really. I mean, that way everybody's starting off at the same place. It won't be a big mixed community of end game players and not end game players. You know, everybody's on par. I remember when DD2 launched, when it had its official launch. In launch day, I'm sitting there AFK farming the hardest content in the game. And people are like, what the hell? It's like, dude, I've been playing this game for 4 years. You know? But that's the downside of saving stuff from beta. You know, when the game launches, not the whole player base isn't in the same spot. Well, they'll definitely add more to it. I mean, you see where DD1 ended off. This game is scheduled to have 2 more maps than DD1 had at launch. So right out of the gates, it's going to have more than DD1 had. You just have to look at it at the same time frame. You know? You can't compare the finished product with all the DLC in to a launch day game with no DLC. You know, you have to do apples to apples. So, I mean, it will have more than DD1 had at launch. How's that strength drain holding up now? So far, so good. It's the end of the waves that kill it, really. Ten more mana. Come on, just give me your 3 mana. The UI is a placeholder there, Tony. It's a very, very limited look at the game is what we got right now. So as far as anything at all mechanical in the game, you shouldn't be judging it off of that. This is like very first little tiny sliver of a sneak peek, you know. But all the stuff that is placeholder stuff was all listed out up front, and the UI was right there in that. Nah, nothing has been changed, Alfie. It's a holiday weekend here in North America. The chromatic people are all... The office is closed. So, I mean, there hasn't been any changes this week at all. Since the update we had at the beginning. Got a little trap there. Yeah, I mean, you could have just picked up a bunch of HP and didn't quite realize it, would be my guess. Because mine, I've got 200 plus defense health into mine, and they still just drain super fast on this map. I mean, this map is the toughest for it, too. You know. Airsuite, what's up, man? How you doing? Long time no see. I'm not sure how they'll end up being. I mean, I don't think they'll be exactly like DD1. They'll want to do something new. But they'll also want to do something that's a little bit more console friendly. Because it is going to be on 3 consoles, you know. Yours all burn really quick. They can. I mean, strength drains can just burn fast. Well, like this map, the deal is at the end of the waves, you end up having 1,200 mobs rush out of these lower entrances. And even though they're all little mobs for the most part that just burn up, each one, you see the strength drain is just burning right now. And it's because all of these mobs are walking through it. It's just a big chunk comes off of them every time. I'm sure that's probably what happened to this other one. Looks like onboard's on task over there on that one. But yeah, it just sucks them down. Yeah, I've used Enragers quite a bit. Using them right now. I got Enrages going right over on those two lanes right now. Enrages are way better than they were in DD1. They actually work properly. Jeez. So many little babies coming out at the end over there. Little babies. Well, we get a giraffe anyway. Give me my giraffe. Could be worse. Could be better, but it could be worse. You know, I think I'm going to put the decoy wall in back here. Just because the ogres are going to get a little bit healthier. I'll throw that in the back. Just to have something back there as a decoy. Most of the pets, the R0 Grimlock, I'm not sure if that's a bug or if that's intended, because there's no negative stats like there was in DD1. But the zeros are abundant. I mean, super common. Like, I've literally gotten more zero pets than any other thing, you know? I mean, this cat I'm using on the Squire only has one stat on it, and it was the best cat I had. I'm hoping that when we get into, like, Nightmare quality pets, and then Massacre quality pets, the zeros won't be around. It'll be a little frustrating getting a zero pet in Nightmare or higher. Well, I mean, you could find ways to use negative stats in DD1. But that was definitely not the intended thing, I don't think. Yeah, zero stat pets do feel blah. I agree 100%. No doubt there. So we'll hit these real quick. I know they're going to burn at the end of the wave. We'll see. I mean, I really think they're going to add in a new enemy. I'm hoping they don't do something silly and make it one of the hard counters from DD2. I think that would be just a terrible move. Make the Massacre mob cyborgs. That's going to just piss everybody off. So hopefully they don't do something like that. Or kobolds. Or kobolds, the EMP kobolds. And then now all of a sudden you can't use towers anymore without risk of your shit getting blown up. That would just be a terrible idea. I don't need to give them any ideas. I'm just gonna not even talk about it anymore. Because that would just be atrocious. People will hate it. I could actually see siege rollers making it to DDA. Because siege rollers are more of an anti-AFK mechanic than anything else. It doesn't really require much to kill them. They're super easy to kill. But what they do is they try to encourage you to not be AFK. You know? That's like the main purpose of a siege roller, it seems like, is to wake everybody up. Make them tab back in from their Netflix. Wow, man, the orc knockback is huge. If that wall wasn't right there, I would just be flying. Holy crap, man. It's funny, the orcs knock you back more than ogres do, it seems like. Oh, I mean, I can tell you right now, if they put cyborgs in, people will throw a complete fit. I mean, for many players out there, the Chaos Trials era, when they brought the hard counters in, that was the end of DD2 for many people. I know a lot of people that stopped playing then. They're just like, it's isn't for me anymore. I'm done with it, you know? Just so many people. So I'm really hoping they don't bring that type of thing into DDA. You know, we need things to attract new players, not to turn people away, you know? The more players, the more content we all end up getting. Wrecked. Good morning there, Wrecked. Enjoy your coffee. The ogres are knocking me into the ground. Fair enough. It's all good there, Air Sweet. Have fun. Go wreck some folks. Enjoy. It's Iron Banner weekend right now in Destiny. I debated on streaming that today instead of DDA as well. But, you know, I want to get my time in on the beta. Man, I got enough to take something all the way up, but it's really time to get these walls upgraded. Let's just... Actually, I don't even have these up to 700 yet. Let's take those up one more. Then I should have enough to do the other lane by the end of this wave. Hopefully. Yeah, if you buy the pre-order of the game with the beta pack, that includes the game at launch. It does indeed. Too soon to tell, Young Jay, but I would say it feels way better than DD2 so far. No hard counters, use the defenses you want, use the heroes you want. I mean, it's got a lot of things that DD2 doesn't offer, you know. Let's see, we are ready to go all the way up there. So we'll wait on that, and I guess I will pump some into the walls. Yeah, DDA is leaps and bounds better than DD2 in performance, but that's just the game engine. Unsupported version of Unreal 3 versus a full-blown version of Unreal 4 is, you know, not even a fair comparison. I mean, it'll get there. It's tough to compare the game to anything right now because it's just in such an early state. We just don't have enough of the game, you know? But hoping the Chromies are going to come through and make it all happen, right? That's the goal. Or the dream, I should say. Crap, man. Wasted my spin move in the air. Dang it. Yeah, I reduced the size of them. Basically, I don't want the enemies turning around and walking back outside of the aura. So I reduced them really, really small just so I wouldn't have to worry about it at all. Then it saves from having to repair them really at all through the entire match. It's just all the little fodder that's going to die anyway isn't triggering them. Oh, yeah. It's not a feature that I use very often. I do it in DD1 every now and then, but not very frequently. But it's definitely, it's available there, you know, in this situation. 120k on that Thunder Spike, it looked like. That's not terrible. Considering it's not fully upped. Yeah, it'll be on consoles. On the Switch, the PS4, and the Xbox One. It'll be on the Switch first, and then it will come to the other consoles after. You can't do nothing, because I'm too close to you. Haha, that's something they're going to have to look at. I'm inside the ogre swing range. You can't hit me. That's kind of interesting. It's the first time I've noticed that. They're going to have to shrink that box down a little, I think. That's like big time ogre weakness right there. Don't tell them. Well, I mean, it's gonna be quite obvious in their playtest. Anybody that plays a Squire is gonna notice that right away. The damage my actual damage output has fallen off quite a bit. It's like if I don't have my number 2 ability up and my spin move ready to go, I don't feel like I'm hitting very hard anymore. But I mean, at this point, with this gear that we have, I don't think any of the characters really would feel like you're hitting all that hard by now. 4-person wave 16. Let's see, let's pop that one. Oh, what? Oh, requires hero level 60. I need to swap to the other hero. I have to wait till combat phase to upgrade this. Or wait to build phase. It's like, what do you mean I got 1500? What are you saying? I can't up it. No, it's definitely not a remake, Nick. I mean, DD2 had reused maps from DD1 in it. 25% of every map, 25% of the maps in DD2 were remakes of DD1 maps. So bringing maps back from the original game is just their thing. That's what they do. I mean, this is one of the maps that's going to be the same. It's not all new maps, though. I mean, it's not all old maps. It's not a remake. It's an entirely new game. Yeah, reboot is probably a better description. I mean, to be honest with you, I think they'd do really, really well if they would have just straight up remade the game. Because DD1 was damn near a perfect game by the end. If they took all of the CDT updates and the quality of life that's been added in over the years and just remade that, I think it would have been an amazing game. But that's not what they got. In fact, that's actually... It's funny, people either accuse it of being a remake and want nothing to do with it, or they say it's not similar enough. There's like no middle ground from what most people tell me. Well, there hasn't been a DD2 patch in a long, long time, Sam. So, I mean, tough to do patch day streams with no patch, you know? But there won't be any updates to DD2 anytime soon. Be well after DDA launches when the next DD2 update comes. Not enough people, you know? They'd have to hire more employees. What's up, Paco? How you doing? How's that strength drain holding over there? That one's doing good. This one's getting toe up. Yeah, I mean, I agree. No matter if you like the game or if you like what you see and you want it to be, or say you're somebody who wants it to be more like DD1, or say you're somebody that wants it to be more like DD2, the bottom line is this will be the best action defense game of 2020. I mean, does anyone have a dispute for that? Because that really is the truth. I mean, shy of Orcs Must Die 3 being remarkable, which it could. God dang it. I hate it when it disappears like that. There it goes. I mean, Orcs Must Die 3 could end up being quite remarkable. But if we just look at the franchise of all the other games we have, Dungeon Defenders rules the roost. So, I mean, in that regard, whether you wish it was something different, or whether you're ecstatic about how the game is going right now, it's going to be a good game. It's not going to be a bad game if it's not more like DD1 or more like DD2. It's still going to be a good game. So, you know, I mean, it's a win-win no matter what way you put it. For one, I'm glad that there's no chest. The mana chests were adding trivial amounts of difficulty. That they could have done the exact same thing by removing the mana chest and just reducing the build timer. But I wasn't a fan of mana chests, so for me, it's good riddance for those. You know, I want to play the game for the tower defense aspect of it, not parkouring across 16 buildings, 2 tight wires, and climbing a tree and a rock just to get my 150 mana from that chest. I cannot stand that aspect of it. So, for me personally, I'm glad to see that's gone. But, you know, some people like it, some people hate it. That's just the nature of things. What's going on there, Kahala 5? Welcome. It's like 55k, or is that 65k? It was either 55 or 65. That spike trap went off for. That's pretty good. What level is it? It's only tier 3 even. The mana chest didn't continuously keep you moving. I mean, the mana chest didn't add that at all. Unless you were running around during combat phase collecting the loot from them. But, I mean, the mana chests were only a thing for the initial build time. The rest of the time, I mean, unless you just had a whole lot of faith in RNG, most people don't even open them after that, you know. Gonna get it on Switch. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Come over here on this little purple glowy spot there, Mr. Ogre. No, I said over here. Thank you. 120k boosted, it looks like. Not bad. Not shooting off very quick, but when it does go off, it hits like a truck. I run around and open the chest during waves, but it's more out of something to do. I mean, you do have a chance of getting... You could get an Ultimate Plus Plus out of a chest just as much as you could off of the floor in DD1, but on that same note, I've never really found anything good out of any of the chests. It's DD1's exact XP setup right now, Johnny. It's a direct copy of what we got currently. So, I mean... You don't like how all the characters... That's another quality of life thing. I mean, there's, without a doubt, a large portion of people that don't like that. But there's an even greater amount that are super stoked about it. They'll definitely add the EV. The Dryad is up for question. But the EV will definitely be a thing. I mean, I just cannot see them not adding it. Well, I mean, I've gotten Ultimate Pluses, but I've never got an Ultimate Plus Plus from a chest. And I've never got an Ultimate Plus that was worth using from a chest or anything. You know, I've gotten lots and lots of Ultimate Pluses over the years, but most of them are junk. Not the right stuff on them, you know? That, and another thing that people don't talk about is it's Awakened as an opportunity for Chromatic to break into a different group of people. You know, the Nintendo people. Because a lot of people that are diehard Nintendo people, they've never even heard of Dungeon Defenders. You know? So it's introducing the entire franchise to a whole new group of people. Thunderstrike's dropping, but it's not too terribly low. Well, that's where I like the Dungeon Defenders 1 better than the Dungeon Defenders 2 aspect of play. I mean, I like being a really strong hero that can go and nuke down bosses. But I also like having to set my defenses up to handle bosses. And making sure my defenses survive through bosses. I like that aspect of it just as much, if not more. Nah, I haven't found anything, Robert. I haven't really looked that hard, to be honest. But just not much out there as far as stuff that would appeal to me. See, we're at 2400. We got both of the back ones maxed. We can get one of these now. Actually, we might be able to get them both. Let's see, there's one. Oh, man, I need 18 more mana. There it is. So that should help out quite a bit. And how about these? 400. Let's get all these traps upgraded too. 700. Wow. What's that one at? Let's just do it. 400 there. All right, sweet. That Viking show is starting back next week. I'm pretty excited about that. Oof, man. Big old knockbacks. The Expanse comes back next month. Vikings starts back up this week coming up. Now, I like the story a lot more back in the earlier seasons, but it's still good. I still watch it. And we're halfway through The Mandalorian already. It's like, oh man, really? Yep, halfway over already. Yeah, well, I mean, the story was based off of Ragnar, you know, and then now it's just going into randomness. I think they did good, really, really well with the Ragnar portion of the stuff, though. Yeah, I mean, I think they did a good job continuing it. I tell you what, to be completely honest with you, I would want to see, like, historically, although there's so little that's actually recorded, Ivar was like, I mean, it shows how vicious he is in the show, but like in real life, dude was a straight up beast, rolling through battlefields in his chariot, chopping mofos down. I mean, I want to see some of that. or make the story more about Bjorn. I mean, I'm good either way, I think. But I do think having Ivar roll through and annihilate some stuff would be pretty dang cool. You know? But yeah, I mean, I would agree. The story was... It had rich storyline. It's actually the last words of Ragnar. You know, I don't want to spoil anything from anybody, but those last words of Ragnar before he met his doom there is actually supposed to be actual documented last words of the real Ivar. Or the real Ragnar. And, I mean, I just think that's cool as hell. I was actually looking for if they were going to have that line in. And they put it in. And that, to me, that was just really, really cool. You know, I don't know. These guys are starting to get a little uppity now, huh? Pushing all the way back around. What are you doing, Magey? Mage going up the wrong set of stairs? I don't know. I did like the Viking show, though. All the way through. I could probably watch that over again. I mean, I liked it enough where I would actually... You know, I would consider watching that over again for sure. There's not many shows like that, you know? Game of Thrones, I ended up watching all of that multiple times. Can thank Ancient Power Resets for that, though. Alright, Rag, take it easy. Have a good day at work. If there is such a thing, make sure you have it. Strength drains are good. Looks like everywhere. All the electrics are full up now. I think it's all going into spikes and explosives from here. Let's see, and there would be the other one. I mean, I'd be stoked if we could get the spike traps and the explosive traps all the way upgraded before the end. Soon it's actually holding better than I thought it would, to be honest. But having 4 active players makes a big difference too. Strength drains are getting walloped on. How's that one? That one's only a quarter of the way, but it's burning fast. Well, it's a lot of mobs with low stats, you know. I mean, even right now in DD1, like in the newer CDT maps that were just added, survival mode, I mean, you're gonna have to repair your strength drains multiple times, you know, late in the late waves, multiple times every wave. But T-Boost Monk for the win. What more can you say? What's going on there? Big Tigger plays. It's I mean, it's very limited. It's a very small amount of what we got of the game, but it's a pretty good taste so far, you know. Let's see, what do we want to do? Can't do anything with these yet, right? No, it needs 1220. Actually, that one can go up. I think we're good. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Monk, but I come in heavily biased. The Monk was my favorite from DD1 and DD2. So, you know. What more can you say? I'm a Monk lover. I grab a few of these katanas just to compare them later on. Grab that as well. Haven't seen many of those shotguns. The Apprentice is a beast in the beta. The only reason I haven't played more Apprentice is that's what everybody is using. It seems like. But it's so strong, you know. As far as OP level goes, the Apprentice wins the prize for beta, there's no doubt. And if you give that Apprentice a little boost monk friend, oh my god. It's just absurdity. Bad memories with the monk. How could you possibly have bad memories with the monk? It's the end of the waves that the strength drains are going to get hit really hard. When the entire legion comes rolling out of those two small lower entrances there. Let this ogre come on over to here. Come on over to these little splody pads, dear Mr. Ogre. They're good for you. I swear they are. Come on over here, dude. Just one more step, for God's sakes. There he goes. Thank you very much. Get these topped up and ready for what's to come here, because they're gonna start getting just pounded here in a minute. Yeah, like Dizzy said, their Big Tig, it's essentially the same, but there has been some tweaks. Some of them feel very different. The point of view, a lot of people say that about DD1. Once you get used to it, you don't even notice it. But like, especially if you go from DD2 to DD1, the point of view definitely feels wonky. But I've heard other people say that too, that it gave them a headache going from 2 to 1. I started on 1, so to me it was kind of normal. But I had no problem adjusting to DD2 when it came. Yeah, I'm still playing DD2. This is a 3-week long beta though, Jacob. I don't want to miss out on anything. So, I mean, I'll be playing DD2 when the beta's over. There's nothing for me to do in DD2 right now. But I mean, I do love the game, so when the beta's over, I will continue to do nothing in DD2. I just have fun playing it, you know? But no goals. Wrecked. If that other strength drain is holding out. Yeah, some of you over there. Onboard says to come spin away to mages. God, they really do pile up right there, don't they? Archers, everything, really. Alright, Grimlock, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by, man. I'm actually stoked to see we made it this far. Everybody's paying attention to the R's and stuff. That's really the main thing. Let's see, what can we do? Well, I mean, we could hit both of those strength drains at the bottom. And that would make life a little bit easier. Might as well just do that, just for quality of life here. Ooh, I took that one up to 7. This one is 1 upgrade behind that other one, but that's alright. We'll be alright. Just about all legendaries on the ground now. There's still a couple of purples here and there. Well, I appreciate it there, Jacob. Man, it just started pounding the rain here. I didn't even think it was supposed to rain tonight. But boy, it is raining like a mofo. In fact, I better check and make sure there's no windows open. Let me check real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. Looks like the usual culprits are closed, so I'm in good shape. Thank you so much for subscribing there, Olivia and Ashton. I do appreciate it very much. Yeah, DDA will be on Xbox, okay, Jacob? It will indeed. No dates yet, unfortunately. But I mean, no dates yet for anything. Robert knows. Ooh. Dark Elves are getting a little tougher, but it still could just chew right through them on the Squire. Not really, Expo. They went on sale that one time, and the sale lasted forever. Just this year. But I haven't seen bags on sale very frequently over the last several years. But the DLCs will be on sale. They're probably on sale right now. So, I mean, getting the DLCs on sale, then bags, of course, inadvertently are still on sale because you're getting the gems for a lot cheaper. Without a doubt, the Christmas or the holiday sale upcoming next month on Steam, there is no doubt in my mind that there will be sales on all of those bundles. Yeah, I know you can animation cancel in the Squire. I don't care enough to bother. JKY, I'm trying to get a basic feel for the Squire in its legit form without relying on any tactics to try to inflate the damage number. I mean, he was naked Squire. I just put gear on him at the beginning of the stream, so I mean, I've got 0 time into playing the Squire. So I'm aware of the cheddar, but I'm wanting to get more of a true feel. Well, I mean, it's just inventory is what you always spend them on. Nothing else is worth it but inventory. Whether it be your material vault or more bag spots or more vault slots, inventory. 100% where it's at. Just the biggest quality of life feature in the game if you're going to spend any real money. is just without a doubt the inventory. Whatever, Dark Elf. Get wrecked. See, I couldn't wreck the Dark Elf like that at wave 20 and with any of the other characters. Well, I mean the Apprentice. I could boom him. I like both games quite a bit. JKY, I don't really rank the two. I've put lots of time into both of them. I think they're both great games. I think the combination of the two would make the perfect game. I like the more modernized graphics and the quality of life in DD2, but I absolutely love the play style and the different systems from DD1. I'm hoping, although this is kind of, it's not that, I'm hoping that we get that. You know, if we get our favorite things from DD1 and our favorite things from DD2, I think that would just be a win, you know? Yeah, we lost something. Strength drains? No. Had to have been a flame burst in the back. Yep. Flame burst right here. I'm sure we're going to be able to make it through the rest of this wave without it, though. So I'm not sweating it. Oof. This boy was hit like a truck, huh? Oof. Man, he's one tanky little mofo, this little Squire is. They definitely have to do something about the repair situation. It feels terrible compared to either game. DD1 or DD2, the getting things targeted for upgrades and repairs feels terrible. That's probably my largest complaint about the game, about the beta right now. They need to implement either a straight up DD1 system or straight up DD2 system, or just anything other than what it is right now. Right now it just feels really bad. I mean, I prefer DD1 system, really, where you can just hit repair and it's going to auto-target the closest thing, you know? But DD2 system isn't terrible. But what we have right now is definitely terrible. It's the worst thing. It's the biggest complaint I have in the beta. And I know I'm not the only one that said that, so I'm really hoping that Chromatic gets some good feedback on targeting these things. The toggle to go into the DD1 style of overhead view look to it is almost unusable in a hectic match towards the end of it. Because you basically, it's easier to target the labels up in the air than it is to target the stuff on the ground. And there's no way to just tab through it or whatever. Alright, so we need to get a flame burst back. That's not too bad, losing only a flame burst. I'm not complaining about that. Get it all juiced up. I think we're good. Wow, man, the rain is definitely getting more and more intense here. Can you guys hear that? Y'all can hear that, can't you? It is legit just pounding water outside. Holy crap, man. It cuts in. That's my noise gate. I knew it was going to be a little loud today, so I put my noise gate on, so it completely kills all sound through the microphone when I'm not talking. And that's that little clicking on and off that you hear. But yeah, it is wet as a mofo outside. That is for sure. Didn't get that one spike repaired, is it? Actually, it looks like it was. You know, I didn't. I was looking at video cards, but I just can't afford one. There were some good deals on video cards out there. I'm going to look again on Monday. Or the Cyber Monday deals are probably already all up. But I'm going to keep looking around. But the problem is when you can't afford it, you can't afford it even when it's on sale. So, what can you do? I can look and dream. I mean, I would have loved to have picked up one of those 2060 Supers, but that's just not even close to realistic. The problem with a 1660 Super is, although it would be an upgrade over what I'm currently using, it would be such a small upgrade, I probably wouldn't even really notice it. I mean, I would notice it a little bit as far as rendering videos. Like, the render time would be slightly quicker. But it would be just such a small difference besides that. I'm gonna get wrecked by one of these for sure. Well, see, that's the thing, is it's the same. My 1070 actually burnt up. So, I mean, I'm due for a new GPU. I put the RX 580 back in. My 1070, quite unfortunate, really. I mean, I used it. I got my money's worth out of that 1070. I beat it into the ground. I used that thing to render every single edited video I did for over a year. So, I mean, it got work, you know. Why is this spike blockade? Or it's just repairing really, really slow because I have no cast speed. Yeah, AMD is definitely on the upswing for sure. No doubt about it. I played Warcraft 3. I didn't play... I played a lot of modded Warcraft 3. But yeah, I've never been really a huge fan of top-down MOBAs. I did enjoy, like, Smite. I had fun playing Smite. I got that Founders package with Smite from years and years ago. So, if I remember correctly, I'm supposed to have every hero for free for the life of the game. Because of buying that Founders package. But that's been a long time. I have to go back and look. I haven't played Smite in a long time. But I did enjoy it. I had fun playing it. I think Smite could easily implement tower defense if they chose to. Well, I mean, really, any MOBA could, to be honest. But I think Smite could implement that super easily. Warcraft 3, that was like the beginning for me. I mean, that's what really made me fall in love with tower defense games. I'm very, very curious to see if this Warcraft 3 Reforged thing is going to have any of those game modes. Orcs Must Die is a great game. Orcs Must Die 1 and 2 were phenomenal games. Orcs Must Die Unchained was a really good game until you got to the end. When you started focusing on endgame combat, or endgame content, it got really blah really quick. But 1 and 2 were awesome. At one point, I've had the #1 high scorer on every Orcs Must Die 2 map at some point. That was a really fun, high-scoring community. Everybody was super cool. You just don't find that in games. You know, I mean, we were all very competitive. We made sure to tell each other when we beat the other one. But it was more of a community. It wasn't like you see in most games. Like my #1 competitor, Wyaton, a French player, he was actually my co-op partner as well. You know, so, I mean, he would beat me, and he would laugh at me and tell me I suck. But then he would tell me what he did and say, hey, look, this is the strategy I use. Try it out, see what you think. And I would, like, one-up his strategy and beat him out. And I'd tell him, I beat you, you suck. And then I'd tell him what I changed. And in the entire scoring community was like that. It was all just a bunch of super friendly people. It was just really an awesome experience. I can't speak highly enough about the Orcs Must Die 2 years. That's for sure. Yeah, you can look at my channel and there's almost 3,000 DD2 videos, Omar, so I think you would definitely find some DD2 gameplay in there. It's a pretty solid chance of it. What's going on there, Kill Rasha? I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. It's very limited, so there's not... You know, I wish there was more stuff to do. It's a very limited beta. But I am really enjoying it. I mean, I'm having a ton of fun. This is a new game, Omar. It's the game that Chromatic's been working on for the last year. It's set to release in the upcoming months. It's Dungeon Defenders Awakened. Oh crap, did I never full up that? I guess not. Let's get that. God dang it, it disappeared on me. Let's see if I can get it off the ground. There we go. We got this one. I thought we had all the electric cars up there already, but I guess not. Let's go and hit that strength drain. Now the strength drains are both even in the back as well. Oh man, I was waiting for you to show up. I was just waiting for you to show up there, geek. You don't know how many times I was about to talk shit to you on Twitter today. And then how many times I was glad that I didn't talk that said shit. The first half was so good. And then the whole game just went to shit. Oh man. Geek Illustrator is I'm gonna go ahead and rat him out. He is a full-blown Ohio State fan, so make sure everyone laughs and points. Just joking, of course. It's kind of hard to make fun of someone that's a fan of the #1 team, but you know, I'll find a way, Geek. I'll find a way. Well, they're just too strong. I mean, Ohio State is just... I'm just not even going to say it too loud. If I wake the wife up saying anything positive about Ohio State, she's like, I heard you already. Sorry, dear. No, but my wife is from Michigan, and she's a big-time Michigan fan. I'm actually from DC, so, and I went to Colorado State, so I mean my football teams suck. The college teams, so I just kind of adopted Michigan with her. That, and I've always been a Red Wings fan anyway, so it kind of fit the mold a little bit. But yeah, that turned into a beating. Come on over here, Mr. Ogus. Just sit here and get zapped upon. This is one thing the Squire brings to the table, especially early game like this, only having insane mode available. It's just none of the other heroes are going to be able to tank it out that long. Oh, I hear you there, Robert. It's a tough thing here in our house on Sundays, too. Me being from growing up in DC and the wife growing up in Michigan. Lions and Redskins fans, that doesn't, it always makes for a rough afternoon on Sundays. We get to look forward to that early draft pick. So early in the season every year, we know that the early draft pick is coming. And then they do something stupid with it every year. Come on over here. Go ahead. There you go. Come over here with your friends. Man, I wonder if you dumped a bunch of points into the spin move. Or, I mean, would you want the points into skill or boost? That's the thing, because the boost stat is going to increase your ability too, which also increases the spin move damage. I'm not sure. It seems like you would want both, to be honest. Why does it completely feel like that trap killed me? I don't know. That just seemed really strange. You'd think there would be a little cooldown on that, at least a few seconds or something. I mean, right now, you can just pop it off as many times as you want. Are we holding up on this? It's looking good. The wall hasn't taken any damage. That wall's taken a couple shots, but nothing to be worried about. We're doing good here. We're going way farther than I thought we were going to be able to make it. So having a group of people that are all paying attention is good stuff. Good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. Hoping to get some nice, get a nice piece here. Should be coming into the money waves here coming up. Should have some good armor pieces dropping. Some stuff better than this stuff that's laying around here. 815. That's getting a little closer to where I want to be. I still don't have a armor piece with the proper stats that's over 1,000. And that's, you know, that's what this is the map that you would find that in. Or have the greatest chance to find that in, anyway. See, Onboard's got that one. Looks like Chemical's got this one. Guess I'll go Zerg. Huzzah! Yeah, I've cleared everything, but I've put a bunch of hours in. 3 of the 4 maps I can damn near AFK. The hardest difficulty. Gotta pay a little attention to the last wave on 3 of the 4 maps. And then this one is without a doubt the toughest one. This one is absolutely brutal to do by yourself. Let's see. Do I want to just upgrade that? Might as well, because they're going to be burning so fast here at the end. Getting some levels. Let's see. Oh yeah, got 3 levels it looks like. Where do we want to... I'm going to go into the Rune of Skill with a few points. See if it's a noticeable difference. Omni's sleeping, I think. He's in, you know, he's in the UK, so there's a 8 or 9 hour time difference between us, depending on what time of year it is. So I think he's probably sleeping. He got up really early. I did know he was up and playing before I went to bed. So he definitely got up early. Yeah, 2 a.m. in the UK at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna guess Omni's sleeping. But you never know. He's been working too. So he's got to get up and go to the job. I don't know if he's working today or coming up. Tomorrow for me, today for you all. But he could be. The toggle G thing back and forth, I see the benefit of it. But God, it is going to take me so long to get used to. How many waves just this run have I hit G and then toggled it off by accident? It's like so many times. He is one little agile mofo, that is for damn sure. The enemies and the difficulty goes up with more players. Let's see, that's probably good enough. Everything's good so far. Only about 10% of the wave though. Crap, wasted my spinny in the air. Looked cool. Did nothing. Getting a big old bunch of them here, huh? The Foundries and Forges. I'm kind of surprised they didn't add it, to be honest with you. Same thing with Magus Quarters. I'm shocked Magus Quarters isn't in it. I guess maybe it was just me. I mean, my Magus Quarters to me was that... It was one of those super early grind maps. Like, that was the first... I think that was like the first survival map that I started grinding for mana in DD1 until I was strong enough to move up to like Throne Room. And then from Throne Room, I think I jumped... I don't know what I went from. From Throne Room, I think I may have gone from Throne Room to straight to Aquanos. I think. Not positive. Oh, here's a 902. I should start picking some of that stuff up and get rid of some of these errors on the screen. Exploded. But yeah, I was surprised some of those early iconic maps. Now, Foundries and Forges, I thought that would have been in just because it's in DD2, you know? I got no problem with servants' quarters being left out. We knew that one wasn't going to be in it. They actually told us that back several months ago. Oh, well, it's too soon to really answer that question there, you mad? It's a limited beta. Half of the game systems aren't in, and only 4 maps are in. So it's kind of tough to give a final word on it, you know, without seeing it at launch. Yeah, Endless Spires. I mean, I didn't dislike Endless Spires. Servants' quarters, I definitely won't miss at all. Especially without having an EV, and those archers on that one entrance are just irritating. Without a reflect. Yeah, Hall of Court. I don't know. I think the biggest one for me is definitely Magus. Just that was just one of my favorite grinder maps. You know. I mean, out of all of the games altogether, it's definitely the Monk. The EV is probably my second favorite out of all the games. Oh, don't bring up Zippy yet there, Dizzy. We never know. Zippy might be in there. Zippy was on... What map was that on? That wasn't Hall of Court, was it? But man, Zippy was a pain in the butt. That was the hardest challenge, in my opinion. Especially starting off. Just brutality. Squire Beast confirmed. I'm gonna do a little video later on, I think, in where I can get some high definition footage. Not yet, Malachi. It's one of the features that are still missing. I mean, it's something that it's gonna have to have. They're gonna have to have some sort of auto looting, whether it be DD1 or DD2 system. They're gonna need one of them. Right now, there's nothing. Are we holding up over there? About halfway. Oh, there we go. We're doing good here. Now we're on the tough waves, but we should be getting some good loot now, too. I'm going to start picking up these green arrows to eliminate some of them off the screen here. See, looks like that might be all of them. Get some repairs in here. Anything else that I want to take all the way up? These strength drains up front here seem pretty easy to manage. Let's get both of these. Explosive, that's the enrage. Just impossible to target anything here. There's the explosive. And over here, not quite enough yet, but we probably will have it by the end. I think we looking good. Oh, the flame burst go down again? Yeah, it did. Let's see. I'm still going to put it the same spot. The Dark Elf must be getting up there and getting it. Alright, Malachi, take it easy. I hadn't made it to that far yet, y'all. I was still on the repair stage. I hadn't hit G yet, damn it. 2 Dark Elves? Even worse. Just give him a target over here, and then hopefully it won't be that way. What's going on there, King Izzy? How you doing? Looking pretty good, just about everywhere though. Oh, did we lose a player? There's onboard, there's chemical. Yeah, it looks like we lost a player. That's unfortunate. It was just getting to the loot waves. Dude left because he got his pet, I bet. Or no, he didn't get the pet to the end of this one. I don't know. I mean, certainly don't want to leave the map now, though. Now's when the good stuff's going to drop. He probably DC'd. I crashed earlier. We had a wave 14 crash. So irritating. About to get my rock pet. Crash. Come over here, you want to hit on me. Yeah, there we go. You stand right over here. At least he follows instructions, right? Nothing like a dark elf that won't follow instructions. Yep, right there's the spot. Perfect. See how we're holding up here. Looking good. Oh, this screaming death right here. Ooh, that hit him hard that time. Yeah, there's that T-boost. Whatever, bruh. How we doing? Oh, he's over there working on it again. No. Will not give you my flame burst. Come down here. Thank you very much. We doing good. I mean, we still got 1,800 mobs left, so I don't want to full-on jinx it, but... Didn't even get the jumping spin move. Oh, I missed the ogre. Or did I? I don't know. He died right after, so I'm going to just call that a one-shot. Lies. It's all lies. The Squire is definitely a little beastie mofo, though. There's no doubt about it. How we holding up here? Looking good. Flamey Burst is doing good. We all good here. Oof. Wrecked. Man, the knockback from these guys is just crazy. Dude can take a beating. If I tried to do that on any other character, it would not work. They are definitely making the push here. How are we holding up on those RS? Still living. Alright, we made it. We are at wave 25. Get my little giraffe going here. Where you at, little giraffe? Oh, 0 stats. The wave 25 0 stat giraffe. Oof. Feels bad. Feels bad, man. Ah, that sounds like you got a good one then there, on board. I wouldn't complain. Actually, I would use that on a DPS character for the speed boost. If I had a good one. But not getting the double damage or not getting the attack. Getting some decent 800 items anyway. I want to see an armor piece over 1,000 with all 4 builder stats. I would just be really happy about that. What's up, Clash? How you doing? Ooh, sword upgrade. Let's take it. Get that katana going. No complaints. I'm doing good. That's right, you see me? Wow, my katana wrecking it up, fools. Better come get healed. Give the dummy a quick repair, too. Well, it's a completely different game. It wasn't based off of Dungeon Defenders 2, Axel. It's just in the same franchise. So, I mean, it's a completely new game. It's got a lot more DD1 flavored mechanics than DD2 flavored mechanics. $937. Look at the stats on that thing. No power. What a bummer. Man, 30 range, 24 fort, no power. Serious, but wow, look at that for DPS stats. Getting some nice pieces here for sure. Man, this wall almost lost it there. That's a relatively popular opinion there, Axel. So, I mean, Chromatic knows that. And I think they want to make it more like DD1 in that regard. We got to get these... Oop, we lost our wall. Yeah. I mean, I could throw a wall down, but this isn't a waller, so it's not going to have any health. We're going to have to just tank it out here. I mean, I could put something just to have something, but it's going to be a POS. Get an upgrade on it. Better than nothing, I guess. That'll actually, that's enough of a wall to hold off an ogre. Oh, it's a flimsy one, no doubt there. How are these holding up? That one's getting walloped too. Whatever, Dark Elf. Leave me alone. Wow, and here's where not having any cast speed really hurts. My repairs on those walls is so ungodly slow. It'll be on everything, Axel. It's even coming to the Switch. So it releases on PC and Switch first, and then it will release on PS4 and Xbox One shortly after that. So, I mean, it's going to be out there. Ate some pizza? Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Come on, dude, really? How's everything else? Strength drains are getting weak. Thousand mobs left. It's not over yet. All we've really got is the big Zergs out of these lower lanes. I don't want to jinx it, but I think it's GG, y'all. I think we got it. I didn't think we were going to be able to do it. The build itself, I've never built. This is a brand new build, but it had a good group, and looks like it holding up strong. I mean, it had a few little casualties here and there, but not too bad, really. There we go, y'all. Sorry, ear bleeding. I realize. I want you guys to see that cutscene. Anyone who hasn't seen it, but God, it is some massive ear bleeding there. It's the original 4 heroes at launch. We don't know what heroes will make it yet, Axel. I would guess that the DD1 heroes will come before the DD2 heroes would be my guess. I'm just going to loot everything and then look through it later. I will do an item power look just to see what the highest item power item I got was. Hoping there's... I mean, there will certainly be weapons over 1,000, but hopefully there's armor somewhere here over 1,000. So, yeah, it looks like everything. $1K chest with all 5 tower stats. Well, there's only 4 tower stats, but boost is actually it's your ability too. Let's see. See what we got. Sort by item power. Got better than those. 937 boots. That says ones with no power on them. That right there is a travesty. God, they would be so good if they had power instead of boost. That's a good item there, though. That's a good item there, too. Definitely got some nice stuff out of it. Let's see what the best katana is. 810. That one I got now is 916. Vitality, attack, and skill. Yeah, I think I'll save the one I've got now. It seems like I just randomly picked it up, but it seems like the best one. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Well, there is actual successful alchemical labs around, y'all. But I do want to get some local recording done today, so that is actually going to get it for me for today. I will probably be back for a late nighter over on Twitch, but that won't be for several hours still. It'll be late night for me, so which means early morning for any of you all in Europe or the UK or wherever you all are. But anyway, that is going to get it for now, though. Thank you all an absolute ton for swinging by. Thanks for the group there, guys. That was a good run. We did it. We did it. Hardest map completed. So, good stuff there. But anyway, hopefully everybody's having a good weekend. I'll have some edited content coming tomorrow for certain. And tonight, it will be late. Big Tig, it'll be like 11 p.m. Pacific time. So it will definitely be late. But it'll take me like 4 or 5 hours to get a video done. And I do want to get something edited today instead of just live streaming only. So I'll be working on that for the rest of the day. But thank you all an absolute ton. Hope everybody enjoyed. And I will see you all next time. Take it easy.